Yeah, look at how pretty that day is out there. No wind yet.
No.
But it's maybe going to kick up, right?
Yeah, it will. But, you know, it's okay because you might want that breeze when we get to 90 degrees out there.
Good point.
Oy.
Good
Ouch.
point.
Hey, Dave Scott's out at well, he's telling us about an inaugural music festival.
It is the Steve White Music and Art Festival. And David, you showed us earlier your world of wonder about who Steve White is, and he's quite the local, quite the character, and yeah, so it's happening out there.
It really is, because up here in Encinitas, Dan, you know this. Take a look. Take a look at this. Come on over here. We'll get Wild Bill. Dan, are you ready? Always remember these words, my friend, wherever you go.
Huh?
Can you read that?
No.
What does it say? It's in the dark. All you need is love.
Leslie?
Oh.
That's right, and that's what you're going to find here.
Love. Yeah, love is all you need,
That's
baby.
right.
That's a really cool blanket. Can you bring that back?
And by the way, oh yeah, and let me share with you why we're here. It's this morning's World of Wonder, a legendary musician who passed away a couple of years ago, but left behind a legacy of love and music and painting and art, and that's why they're having this festival. Take a look at this morning's World of Wonder.
Steve White was a one-man band. The guy is playing 4 instruments at once. He's stumping his feet. He's got this footboard that acts as his rhythm section. And then he's playing a slide-styled guitar, and he's playing the harmonica, and then he's singing.
A one-man band, Steve White was a world of wonder. A San Diego legend whose life is now a movie created by filmmaker Clint Burkett.
He captivated me when I went to a home concert, and this guy was sitting there. I was expecting a band, and I got a band, but it was just one guy.
Everybody know what time it is. You don't.
Born in Brooklyn and raised in Southeast Asia, Steve White moved to Encinitas in the late 1990s. He played wherever and whenever he could. His steadiest gig was in Del Mar at the annual county fair. He played in the small corner of the flower section for 20 years, until one day
a guy named Dan Milner came one day and heard him and said, well, who is this guy? I mean, here he is by himself, and he's just creating these incredible music and sounds. And so Dan basically brought him into Studio West and recorded him.
Those recordings landed Steve a world tour, where he packed him in across Europe and Asia. And when Steve wasn't painting the world with music, he was coloring it through paint.
He would paint lifeguard towers. He would paint washing machines, you know, stuff that you wouldn't think that somebody would want to paint, but he did. He captured that.
After 2 years, day and night, Burkett has captured it so well, his film is called Steve White, Painting the World with Music. It's a musical world of wonder. And it is a world of wonder that lives here in Encinitas today with the Steve White Festival of Music and Art, and all these vendors have gathered here, and in the back is some music. By the way, let's talk weather really quickly. Take a look through the trees there here in Encinitas, right next to the La Paloma Theater, and that's where they're going to be showing the film Steve White, Life of Painting and Art, later on right here at the La Paloma Theater. At Lindbergh Field, warming up, and take a look at our KUSI Supercast 7-day outlook. 84 along the coast today, and then we start to cool down as we head through the rest of the week. We go from offshore flow today to onshore flow as we get into midweek, and then the marine layer is back with us. We see some morning fog into midweek in the morning hours. And the inland valleys, we top out about 90, 91 degrees today, and then we quickly cool down over the next few days down to the 70s, and then in the mountain areas in the 60s after being 70 today, and then the desert areas stay in the upper 80s, then down to the lower 80s for the rest of the week. So a cool down. A lot of cool people, speaking of that. Laurie Michaels is one of them. Laurie, you got a whole showcase here. Did you make any of this stuff?
Well, actually,
You helped start this whole festival.
Well, yes. Well, I started the Seaside Bazaar 26 years ago, and we really are a place for artists to come and be what they can be, and they can come whenever they want.
They can be who they are.
They can be who they are in a wonderful.
Can you take us back there where
Seaside.
Clint is? Because is this bazaar still as bizarre as when you started it?
It's ever changing, like the planet.
All right, here we go. Wild Bill, come on over here. We're going to go back where the music is. That's Wild Bill is backing out. He got himself tucked into a corner. Here we go.
Glass art, natural fibers, and this lovely lady, Emily.
Hi, Emily.
Hi, how are you?
You make some of this stuff?
I make actually some of the glass jewelry.
It is beautiful. Come on back here. And this is Clint Burkett, who made the film. Here we go. We got aromatherapy. We got all kinds of stuff back here. Right now, they got musicians, and this is what it's all about. Clint Burkett, you made the film on Steve White.
Hey, Dave.
We just saw. How important is this today?
This day is a commemoration of Steve's life, his art, his music, and it's a culmination of a lot of years of preparation, and it's just a wonderful event, and I hope everybody can come out and see it. And
Yeah, now Steve passed away.
Yes.
But your film, which commemorates his life, is going to be playing at La Paloma Theater.
the film plays tonight. We've got a sold-out event at 7, and then we have another show at 9 o'clock. Steve lives on in this film. His music, his art, his paintings, his life shines in this film.
That's what these people are here to commemorate today as well. The artists and musicians, that's what Steve was all about, and that's what this is about. And you guys, come on out to Encinitas, La Paloma Theater, and right now, take a listen to the music, because that's what Steve would have you do. Clint Burkett, thank you very much. That's one of Steve White's songs. Right now, we're going to toss it back to you, Leslie.
Thanks, Dave. What a lovely event. It's such a great time to be outdoors, and you're in the perfect setting for it. Well, having a tough time if you are indoors, trying to get that home cleaned, well,